And welcome back to ABC News Live Reports. Many American cattle ranchers outraged right now and raising some concerns about a plan by President Trump to import Argentinian beef into America to help lower the prices. The president defending his decision earlier in the Oval Office.
That we're going to do something very quickly and easily on beef to get it down. The ranchers understand that. They're so happy for what I've done. I saved them. I don't think you'd have any beef in this country if I didn't do that. So we're very proud of that. Yeah, Brian.
Well, meanwhile, the National Cattlemen's Beef Association, along with other farming groups, say that importing beef would only hurt American farmers, that it wouldn't change the prices all that much. Earlier on ABC News Live, we also heard from a fourth-generation Nebraska cattle farmer. He voted for President Trump, and he's putting the spotlight on the impact that this is having on his farm.
The tariffs did help. We need to reduce imports. We need to grow our herd. We need to grow domestic beef in this country. We have the means to do it, and I think we should not be looking for new markets to bring beef in here. Another thing we could do is mandatory country of origin labeling. The one good thing this has done is it's brought light into our industry. We as a producer and you as a consumer want to know where your beef's coming from, right?
All right, so joining us now is Republican Congressman Don Bacon, represents a number of cattle ranchers in Nebraska, and he sits on the House Committee on Agriculture. Thank you for taking the time to be here with us today. We appreciate you, of course. First, I'd love for you just to react to what you're hearing there. It sounds like there's some support from tariffs, but not support for importing beef, and the idea here that this beef should be labeled so Americans know exactly what they're getting. Is that not the fact?
Well, we would like more labeling. People want to buy Nebraska beef, United States beef, but I know very few farmers and ranchers who actually support tariffs. At best, many will say, let's give the president a chance to do what he campaigned on. But for the most part, folks know that tariffs hurt the United States agriculture, particularly in the Midwest. We can produce beef, pork, corn, and soybeans at a price that nobody else can compete with. So instead of having tariffs trying to block, which hurts our exports, we want to have more barriers taken down. Because by and large, we can sell beef anywhere in the world, and it's wanted all over the world. And same thing with pork. And right now, our corn and soybeans, we can produce it at a price that nobody else can compete with, but we have no market right now because of this tariff war. So I would disagree with the president on this. I've heard from so many people in the last 48 hours in opposition to the desire to buy more beef from Argentina, but it really stems even more deep. We want more markets, not less, and that's the bottom line from Midwest America.
Well, this is important to highlight because the president is saying things like they want to incentivize American ranchers to expand their herd size. He's essentially promising American ranchers he's going to do something quickly and easily. Are these false promises in your mind?
Well, I wish you just trust the free market more. That's what Republicans and conservatives have done traditionally. The ranchers are already incentivized to increase their herd. So the real issue here is 3 and 4 years ago, we had a drought. And so they had to cut down their herd sizes. But in the last 2 years, we've had really good rain. And so these herds are on the rise again. And the ranchers are making money, so they want to expand their herds. The incentives are already there. They don't need the big government hand to do so. So again, let the free market work. Our ranchers are going to get those sizes back up, and we want to start exporting our beef and pork, corn and soybeans. And we don't need to be having the big hand of government creating a trade war or creating barriers that affect Nebraska, Iowa, and all the Midwest. By the way, all of our states in the Midwest are huge exporters, but we have lost our markets in the last couple of years, particularly the last 10 months, because of this tariff war, and that's really affecting us right now. Bottom line, we want markets, not less.
So you want more markets, not less, but do you need also the government to just be open so that they can hear some of your concerns here? Do you have any messages for Speaker Johnson, who said today, look, maybe we need to think about how we're messaging this to the American people?
Well, when it comes to the beef, I just tell you, the ranchers are very disappointed in the decision to import more Argentina beef. By the way, this stuff works in the free market anyway. And so having the stuff run out of the White House, it's not a conservative free market philosophy that we're seeing. Now, on the opening up the government, we do need the government back open. I will point out the House has passed a totally clean CR that funds the government. It's the Democrats in the Senate that are blocking it. I would point out, though, that Senator Thune, the majority leader, has expressed his willingness to negotiate with the Democrats on the ACA tax credits, which is one of the bigger issues that they're bringing up. And he's been willing to say, let's fund all the employees and pay for their wages. And the Democrats have said no there. So I think Senator Thune he's had his hand out, and the Democrats have not been willing to take it in the Senate.
All right, we're going to continue to watch all of this closely. I appreciate you sharing your stories there from Nebraska. Thank you, Congressman Bacon. We appreciate you.